everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves for a brand new match review video. It is Boxing Day and Wolves are preparing to face off against Manchester City at Molineux tomorrow, which is going to be a cracking game, but a really tight schedule for Wolves over the next week or so. We've got this game against Man City, we play against Liverpool in just 2 days' time as well, and then we face off against Watford on New Year's Day. So it's a really tight schedule, and it's always a schedule which throws up random team selections, players that don't normally get a chance, rotation, which we've already seen in the Premier League today as well. As always, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the game. Be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well, guys. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below too. So, Wolves versus City, a really intriguing game. And it's a game where I think on paper, of course, City are one of the strongest teams in the league and in the world on their day. But they've had some mishaps already this season. One of them obviously being that defeat to Wolves, where we got a massive 2-0 win up against them at the Etihad. Adama Traore scoring twice, starting the game at right wing back and coming on up front for the last 10 minutes or so and bagging 2 goals. 2 really well-placed finishes as well. And for me, that was almost a catapult for Adama Traore's fantastic form so far this term. And he's been great ever since. And I'm really hoping that we can really take the game to City again. I think in every game we've faced off against them in recent years, bar one, I'd say, we remained ultra competitive against them. You remember a few years ago in the Carabao Cup, at the time we were in the Championship, we took them all the way to penalties. Last year in the league, we got a draw at home against them. That game away from home was dreadful. Of course, we had that early red card with Willy Bolly getting sent off. We lost out 3-0. But this season already, beating them in the Asia Trophy on penalties, and of course beating them earlier in the year at the Etihad as well. So I'm really, I'm not pessimistic. I'm quite confident that we can, if we play at our best, we can get something out of this game, because Manchester City are a good team. But the way we set up, we can match them and counter them and beat them. And sometimes we do play better when we're the team on the counter. Of course, we had a game against Norwich last weekend, 21st of December, and it was a performance which we weren't great, were we? First half especially was one of the worst 45 minutes of football we've seen for a long time. But what good teams do is good teams can win games even when they play badly, and that's exactly what Wolves did on Saturday. 2-1 victory against Norwich. Raul Jimenez coming up with the goods. It's been a few games since he'd scored. Of course, Romain Saiss got the equaliser for us as well. And it's going to be interesting. I think the next 2 games, if we do see rotation, there's got to be a couple of players, still fighting for their place. There's no doubt that Wolves are going to be strengthening in January. So these players now have got a week or so to prove themselves why they should deserve to be starting in their current position in the team. Wolves will definitely be looking for a new defender, possibly a new midfielder, could even be looking for some new wingers and strikers. So every player and every place is up for grabs, really. And they've got to keep playing to their best. Probably the one place which someone has got solidified down is definitely Rui Patricio. He had a fantastic performance against Norwich as well. He's been talking to the press a little bit this week. It sounds like he's looking forward to this game against Manchester City. But the team selection, it'll be an interesting one, of course. When we beat Man City at Etihad earlier on in the season, we played with a 3-5-2. Cutrone and Jimenez started up front in that game, and Adama Traore and Vinagre started as the wing-backs. Now, I know we've been playing so well with the 3-4-3 so far this season, but the last time we played really well, because we played quite counter-attacking, was that game with that formation. So, I would honestly not be ultra surprised to see if we go with that formation again, and possibly a similar team. Could Cutrone come in? We haven't seen enough of him recently. There's been plenty of rumours over the last week, which I will address in another video about him going to Italy. Vinagre and Adama almost perfect for a counter-attacking formation. And I honestly think that could be what works. You get saying that, it'd probably be Bennett and pushing maybe Dendoncker up into the midfield. So that could be something that Wolves go for. With the Liverpool game just a day or so after, there's got to be some sort of rotation. I would be very surprised to see Wolves go full strength for both of these games. And I think we do need to use our imagination a little bit, rotate and try different things. And I think in that first game against City, if you can rest Doc and Johnny, I think they could be better suited for that game against Liverpool away from home. I think with us being at home, so soak up the pressure. Let's push forward a little bit more. Get Adama and Vinagre on the ball a little bit more. Giving them both a little bit more responsibility. Adama did so well in that game against Man City. Really, restricting Raheem Sterling and co. And City slowly but surely are starting to find their form again. Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne are starting to find form. And we really need something to try and nullify that. If we do sit back, try and absorb it as much as we can. When we're on our A game defensively, we are so hard to beat. So honestly, I would not be surprised to see us revert to that 3-5-2. Jota and Jimenez, maybe Cutrone and Jimenez. It will be interesting to see as well. But what I do want to see, maybe if not, we spoke about it on the podcast. If Cutrone does get an opportunity, maybe see him in the middle of a three. We've not seen that yet. We have not seen that yet before. So that would be interesting too. But going to be an interesting game. But I think Wolves do have enough to try and get something from this game and possibly get a point from this game. I know I normally predict 2 on Wolves, which it did come in on Saturday. We're going to go with a 1-1 draw at Molineux. Get us a huge point, especially after the 3 points against Norwich. Start to put a bit of pressure on the teams around us. Some decent results for us in the Premier League today. But yeah, I think 1-1 draw, maybe the 3-5-2. I would not be surprised to see that tomorrow at Molineux. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your predictions. And fingers crossed, Wolves can get something out of the game against Manchester City. Until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of the Christmas period. And I'll see you all very, very soon.